up, everybody? My name is Chris. That's Eric. Welcome
And I'm
to
Eric.
the Mid-Thought Crisis. Let's see where this one goes. And if you believe that's the first time we've done that tonight and we didn't just have a full-on crash, then you have another thing coming.
Well,
How is everyone? Happy New Year.
We've overcome some technical difficulties, but we're here. Happy
Maybe
New Year.
overcome. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah. But we made it rhyme. We're here for the new year.
Here for the new year.
Cheers to you, Chris.
Did you find?
Cheers.
Cheers to you, buddy. Did you look that up and find that nice?
No,
clink?
I just
Did you
came up with
find
it.
that nice little rhyme? That just
right off the cuff. Right off
Gold.
the cuff.
Sweet spot.
No, it was
Sweet
good.
spot.
It was good. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas.
Same to you, bud.
May 2026 have all of the answers for you, and you may find joy and happiness.
You sound like a Hallmark card. I'm here for it.
I
am definitely here for it.
$6.95 for that card.
$6.95. $50.
How expensive? $50. We're getting that right out of the way, real quick.
Right out of the way.
Right out of the gate. How expensive?
Go ahead.
Are Hallmark cards? It's ridiculous.
Goodness. $6.90. Yeah, $6.95. I think you're.
I mean, you're looking at
minimum now.
Minimum, just for a simple basic one, $4.95. If it's something with a second layer or a flower, or God forbid it lights up or makes a sound. Now we're looking at the $12 range for that card.
That little music thing that dies after a week or two.
Yeah, it's
$12.
It's ridiculous, man.
I mean, is paper rare wherever they are? Are we running out of paper? What is happening?
They charge it because they can get it, and people don't think about.
Because they can get it.
People don't think about the price of a greeting card,
right? Because what happens? You get sent out to the store, or you're going out to the store, not sent. I don't mean to imply that there's just that you're being sent every time, but you go out to a store because it's somebody's birthday, something, and you're like, oh, gosh, I need a card. And if you're of a certain variety, I'm like, all right, I want a blank one with a cute dog in the front, and I'll call it a day. But if you're, if you want to put a little bit more thought into it, I'm sure you would, Eric, but
lots of analysis goes in.
Then you're buying the $12 card with the multiple layers, and you can build a castle and all sorts of craziness on it.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I always go straight to the so at Walmart or whatever, they usually have I don't know what it's called, but it's a value section or a it's $1.99, $2.99, a normal cost, and they're just as funny. They're not blank. 100%. I mean, they got good stuff.
You got
they don't have they don't have 3 layers of paper and all that crap.
Right.
But they have funny stuff. They have pictures, so that's where I always go. But I think there shouldn't be a law about it or anything. But I think that we should, amongst our friends and family, we should institute a pact, if you will, a wolf pack.
A wolf pack. A wolf pack.
I think we should all agree we should boycott greeting cards for 2026. Greeting cards.
You just buying construction paper and folding it in half and having
and give
the person on it.
Give the person $5 cash
in lieu of a greeting card.
Yes, we're not paying Hallmark $5 or $12 or whatever it is. We're giving that to you.
Yeah,
and we're gonna draw you.
Put an extra $5 on whatever you would spend on a greeting card. I like that.
Yep. And we're gonna take.
Dude, you're starting off. You're starting off 2026 with a.
We had no
idea.
plans. Greeting cards. I mean, this is straight off the cuff.
It's not on the docket. No. Are you sure you didn't have greeting cards planned?
I'm sure, but this is something that's bothered me for a while. So maybe it's a New Year's resolution. I don't do those.
He doesn't do it. No more greeting cards.
But here it is, January 3rd, 2026. So let's make this a
no more greeting cards.
Thing. Let's drive Hallmark right out of business. They still have the channel.
It's not even a couple days into the new year, and he's already trying to attack an institution of America.
I just want them to lower their prices for the people at Hallmark who are listening.
All of them.
We think that your prices have become outrageous, and we're going to take action against it.
We're going to take action. And by action, he means we're going to tell our 4 friends who listen to this thing.
Nothing against
I'm here for
Hallmark.
it.
Don't sue
No,
us.
they make
Um,
they make
we
great
love
movies. I
Hallmark.
mean, you know exactly what you're going to get. You
We have
got like the
contributed to Hallmark making millions off of greeting cards.
100%.
The movie chick flicks, yeah, I mean, those are very predictable, um,
Yeah,
very
you know what you're going
consistent.
to get. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so it's
mean, the
good.
guy that, could have made billions in the big city is oftentimes like the more reasonable one, but he gets left for
Yes,
the dude in the flannel in the small country
yes,
town, right? Yeah.
yes, and it always has a great happy ending with no they never show the after effects of those
No,
choices.
100%.
Um, so
Like they're
yeah,
broke and destitute, begging for money in the corner. That's how it ends.
that's how it should end.
That's how it should end.
But no, I think we should do like make greeting cards. Take a piece of paper and express your thoughts and condolences or
Mm.
whatever you want to put on there.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
just
I
because
like that, buddy.
it's quite
Is it
unreasonable.
is it like the over like is there overhead just what are the where do they think, where's that
Because they get it, man. They can get it.
because they can.
Yep, yep. If
But
they'll
are they
charge us
the only ones
$10, we'll
doing
pay.
this though? Are they the only ones doing it though? Is it I feel like Hallmark has made friends with other greeting card companies who are also saying, "Hey, you know what? Let's
Well,
charge
yeah, I
$12
mean,
for this
it's
card
like
as
anything
well."
else. Hallmark's the industry leader, and then everybody else
Right.
follows. So
Indeed.
Hallmark's gonna be like, "Hey guys, uh,
Wink, wink. We're doing
$9.
$12. Yeah.
Nobody will bat an eye."
Yeah.
So that's what they do.
Yeah. And that
But
were you,
yeah.
do you have Hallmark stores near you too? I remember, like, going to the
Ooh,
mall back in the day, there was, like,
yeah.
the Hallmark stores where you
Is
could
that still
walk
a
in,
thing? I
and
don't
there was,
think.
like, a plush bear that you could buy for
Yes.
$47,000,
Yes,
right?
like
And you
Disney
walk in
World.
there with your daughter, and if your daughter's little, like,
Yeah.
mine aren't little anymore, but,
I don't know.
if you go in there and they're like, "I want that bear," that bear costs more than my car, so no, we're good. Yeah, do they still have the stores?
I don't dude, that's a great question. I haven't thought about that in probably 10 years.
When's the last time you were in a mall?
I haven't
10
been to the
years
mall
ago?
in 10 years.
Oh, you do have that one in Hagerstown that's not though, is that one I left what is
That is
this? What are we going
The
on?
Valley Mall of Hagerstown, Maryland, the Valley Mall.
I'm going
It's still
on,
there.
I'm going on, like, 3 years since I've been in the area, so
No, it's still
I
there.
have so there's, like, that Mission Barbecue that's in there, it's a solid option,
Yeah,
for
the mall's
Hagerstown.
still there. It's not like it used to be, but it's still there.
Right. I'd be curious if there was a
I don't know
Hallmark
about
store there.
Hallmarks. Should we Google it or should we let the viewers decide?
You should let the viewers decide, do they
All
think
right.
that there's many Hallmark stores left?
Please
And
call
where
into
do
the
you
show.
find them? Does anybody does anybody still go there? Do
Should
you
all
go to a
right.
Hallmark store? When's the last time you were at a Hallmark store? For me, it's probably been about 10 years.
We're just gonna let that one go. We're not gonna research it
Not
or
gonna
give
look it
any
up.
answers. Nope. You
No
guys gotta
answers.
inform us. Put it
Yeah.
send us a
Call it in.
comment. Call
Call
it
it in.
in. Send us a comment on the socials.
Call the
Um,
show.
call the
Dude, I think
show.
that's one of my favorite things that you've ever said.
Producer Mike.
You've got like 47 things that just come
I
off the
know.
top of your head
I
that
know.
I
This is
just
why we gotta
adore
do
so
this.
much.
It's a gift.
This is
It's a gift.
why this just had to happen. It had to happen because number one, for those of you who don't know, who might be new to the show, welcome. We are glad that you've exposed yourself to this
Welcome, and we're sorry in
nonsense.
advance.
We are sorry in advance, but this we started hitting record. We bought a couple of microphones and a couple
Yep.
headphones
Yep.
because my friend Eric and I have a similar commute. We don't live in the same area anymore. I chose to move to a sunny,
One
more
of us
happy
left
place.
the other.
We did. I did.
We
And
did.
there's
There was no we.
there was no we. No,
I signed
I
another
did.
50-year. I signed another 50-year extension.
Is that how long that was? Is that 50 years?
That's in my mind is forever. Man.
Oh, okay, okay. All
There's
right.
nothing.
So I
Yeah.
left the area, and my friend Eric and I still
On your own
like
accord.
we we are still committed to like talking, and so we have a similar commute, right? And so we would call at the end of the day, and I'd say, "Hey, buddy, how's it going?" And we would sure enough, we'd end up calling and talking on the phone for like 30 minutes. And I thought it was hilarious. You thought it was hilarious. The
Oh,
general
yeah.
public, I don't know if they would find it so hilarious, but we kept saying to one another, I think this should be a podcast because there are two people in this world who might find this funny, and they're the people who are on the phone right now. I'm not sure if anybody else would, but let's give it a shot. And so that's kind of the genesis of this stupid thing that you have found yourself listening to. But we are happy to be doing this, and we are happy for the folks who have tuned in thus far. So yeah, man, Hallmark. Have you? When's the last time you went? Are you down for a Hallmark? I don't want to say that boycott, like
We
commitment to
would
making
never
your own
boycott
cards.
Hallmark.
Oh,
If I inferred such a thing, please forgive me, Hallmark.
it's
Um,
not a boycott. It's more or less
it's a reset. It's a reset.
it's a reset
Yes.
and hold to a higher
Yep.
standard because
Yes.
your overhead is a little much.
Yes. And it's cost cutting for 2026.
Yes.
So
It's a good
we're
way to
being
budget,
we're being fiscally responsible.
fiscally responsible. It's a good way to
Yep.
budget, good way to, take control of your finances, start off
Yep.
fresh.
The first thing that's got to go. All those greeting, you'll save like $80 throughout the year.
Exactly. I mean,
I
you
don't
think
know.
about it. How many? Eh,
More than that, dude. We buy a lot of greeting cards.
do you?
Oh, just so you know, like this is a little secret of mine, and I will give this
Secret
out
of
for free.
Eris.
Yeah.
Ooh, for free. Not a Mid Thought After Dark one, huh?
I hate buying gift cards or not gift cards. I hate buying those too, but
Those are, yeah.
I hate buying greeting cards so much that when I do go, anything that looks funny at all, I get it. I leave Walmart with a stack of like 12, 15 greeting cards.
Every time you go?
Well, yeah, because I don't go a lot. I hate it. So
Right,
I just
right.
stack up, right? And
And
then
you just go, all right, somebody's going to die, somebody's going to get married, somebody's going to have a
no,
birthday.
no, 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 no. Sorry, I should specify. I should be more specific.
More Pacific.
Um, for birthdays only,
Oh,
or
okay, okay, okay.
like like if there's something that's like thank you or something generic, but
I
I
understand.
don't do it for special occasions. But
I know what you're saying.
just birthdays. If I see funny birthday cards, I'll go in
Yeah,
the cheap section, like
right.
$2 or $3, which should be the normal section.
That should be
Um,
normal,
yeah,
not bargain.
I'll go there,
That's
and
not
I'll
less than.
no,
That's normal.
that's normal. Those are just as funny.
Just as funny.
They just have less layers to them.
I just need a cute dog. That's it.
Yeah, but I'll get stuff, and I'll have a whole pile of them. And
I like
then
it.
with our big giant family, and
Yeah.
whoever's birthday it is, we just go up to the little drawer. We just pick one out.
Hey, does this match
And
Susie? I think this
yeah,
matches Susie.
yeah.
Let's give it to
And
Susie.
there are a few there are a few times when a certain birthday card somebody comes to mind. It's like, okay, that's so and so, or that one's definitely so and so.
Right,
And
right.
I'll keep it, and when the time comes, I usually remember it. Sometimes I
Mm,
forget and it has to wait till next
mm.
year.
Yep.
But yeah, there's always there's that's how I do it. That's how I do greeting cards.
Dude, I like it. That's great.
Yep. Yep. So
Greeting cards. All
yeah,
right.
there we
I
go.
didn't have that on my list, but that's great.
Nope.
I like that. That's
Not in
that's
your
great.
bingo card.
Nope,
So
not there.
happy New
But
Year.
hey, happy New Year, bud. Did you guys do anything fun?
Uh I
I got a
mean,
call from you. I was very busy doing very important things. Um, I don't know. Um, but
of
I got a
course.
call at 11 something. It was great to see you and
Nah,
Courtney.
nah. I thought it was
Not
after the ball dropped.
was it at? I have no
I think it
idea.
was the new year because we were calling to wish you a new year.
That's right. That's right. That's
Because
right.
we were sad that you were all alone. I invited you multiple times to come to
You
my New Year's
did.
party. The logistics were so easy.
It's so easy. I could have
Just
hopped
fly
on.
into Hagerstown, Maryland,
Would you have picked me up though? I don't
by
think
the
you would have picked
mall.
me up.
I would have 100%. We
You would
could
have
have gone to
driven
the
20
mall.
minutes.
We could have gone to the mall and seen if they had a Hallmark.
We could have. We
Mhm.
would have. I mean, we would have had to look in the future though, because we didn't know this conversation was going to happen.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we would have been led to it.
Maybe we would have been. Look, there's a Hallmark.
No, the
Oh,
mall
that's
is the
great.
last place I'll go,
Yeah,
unless it's a movie. They have a good
dude,
movie theater there.
isn't it wild how much the mall is has kind of just gone away in multiple areas. Like, we were just back in the Buffalo area for Christmas, and there was, like, this staple mall that I remember going to,
Yep.
when I was growing up or, when, my wife and I were dating, and it's just a it's there's, like, 2 stores in there now, and it's not
Yeah.
like and here's the weird thing, it's not like it's all being replaced by, Amazon or something like that. Because if you drive, like, a quarter of the mile down the road, there's an entirely new area, but it's all like these storefront, not it's like a storefront area, and it's less like a walk through a giant shopping mall, right? So the shopping malls are going away, but it's not like they're not taking up space with massive buildings anymore. It's like but it's like multiple storefronts one after another.
So I have the
Like,
answer for that.
what's the answer for that?
Do you know? Like, there,
Uh,
because 'cause you're making a great point, and this was not planned, of
point
course.
counterpoint.
Um, point count. But yes, it is a very interesting dichotomy, which is a 50-cent word.
Ooh,
Um,
$50.
it's a 50-cent word, and today we do have a dichotomy in that you have a lot of storefronts, who
Mhm.
are, like, quickly springing up too. Like,
Yeah,
some of these things come
100%.
up within, like, 2 or 3 months,
Yep.
and then they're filled, like, right away. And then you have these giant malls that are just sitting there. Um, so I'm I'm kind of speaking from memory and generalizing things here. So
I'm
if
here for it. That's what
if
we're
you
all
are
about.
listening and you have a better retort, um,
Retort.
I'm happy to be enlightened even further. But
Right,
I
because it's
do
all off the
know
cuff.
I do know a few things, and one of them is that traditional malls, like, they peaked in the 90s, like the mid 90s is when the 80s and 90s the malls were really big.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And the plan was to have a developer, like an overall developer, actually
Mhm,
build the mall itself
mhm.
and the land around it, and then somebody would actually come in and buy all the property of the mall, right? And then so those people were like the ones that actually owned the stores, etc. And then what they would do is they would always look for the anchor stores, right? So
Yep.
the anchor
JCPenney,
stores, yep,
Sears,
J.C. Penney, all the ones that were the first ones to go out of business.
Abercrombie,
Those,
the shirtless dude walking around, you're like,
yep.
"Come on."
So the big anchor stores, they were given the sweet deals
Mhm.
because they were like, okay, we need those guys first. All right. So then they filled it, and surprisingly, the food court became, like, the next big draw because
Mm.
people went
Yep.
there, they spent the whole day there, they spent the whole evening there, they wanted good
And
food.
like, the
Um,
bigger restaurants as well, not you have, like, the fast food, like, if you were there for lunch, and then you had, like,
yeah.
the
Yep.
sit-down dinner places, right?
Well, yeah, and it evolved to that, but initially,
Mm.
like,
It's just a food court.
it was just a food court, and that was a very competitive market because people went to the mall for hours and
Mhm,
hours and hours, and
mhm.
they ate 1 or 2 meals there, so it was like, "We're just gonna go to the food court, and we're gonna eat," right? So that's when you had your Sbarros and your Panda
Yep.
Express and your Auntie Anne's and all that stuff.
It's a great Office episode, the Sbarro one. I love that
Yes,
one.
the
Continue.
the
Sorry.
authentic
Yes.
the authentic New York pizza.
Yes. Continue.
But so what happened, so from there until, I mean, it kinda like when online shopping, Amazon, all that stuff started coming out. That was like the beginning of the end for these malls.
Mhm.
Of course, COVID really just took the hammer to them. But between 2000 and COVID, they were like really dying a slow death. Okay,
Right.
but
Right.
here's the secret, and this is the
Secret.
kicker. Okay, um, and this is what I've heard and read. I have not researched this for
Mm.
sure, but
No sources, just Eric's
right.
dome. Got it.
Yep. So it has become clear to me from what I have run into, that the owners of the mall property, if they have a store that leaves, they can actually claim that loss off taxes. So they actually make, they don't make profit per se, but they
It's a way
actually
to cut
claim
their losses.
those empty stores as a loss for taxes. So that's why they weren't and the real answer, really what it comes down to is the rents on those places were
Mhm.
exorbitant. Like, they were just
Right.
ridiculous. Um, they were charging these stores like, Journey, Spencer's,
Yeah,
FYE,
yeah, yeah.
stuff like that. The middle stores, the filler stores, not the big anchor stores, they got the sweet deals. But those stores in the middle, they were charging their rents ridiculous. And then as physical shopping died down, and Amazon and the other online retailers came out, the landlords were like, "Nope, we're gonna
We're
keep
out.
charging you," and they just ran them out because the rents were crazy. So there is this appearance, and if it's not true, correct me.
Yeah.
But there is this appearance that the landlords of the malls were one of the main ingredients of them failing because they didn't want to decrease their profit. They were always trying to make a buck off the little guy. And there was always a way for them to find a way to make a profit off tax losses, etc., if the malls weren't completely filled.
I
So
would be super curious. I think you make some really great points, and it makes
thank you.
logical
Thank
sense.
you, mid thought, Chris.
It makes a lot of sense, and I'd also be curious if, like, in this particular case, like this mall that I drove by, last week or a week or so ago, whatever, if this mall has a different landlord than the, storefronts that are, a half a mile down the road, is it a different developer, or is it just the same person that's, bought property here, lets it go to crap, and, does who knows what with it, and then just moves, a half a mile down the block, and, has, just more storefront. He owns all the property there as well. Is just making bank off of, like, I'd be curious to know, like, is it the same developer? And I could probably figure that out somewhat easily if I were to look. But yeah, are we talking
Yeah.
about the same? I would be shocked. Here's my guess is I would be shocked if they're not the same developer, just making money in different ways, whether it be storefront or the mall. Like,
I
I'd be
think you're
shocked if it was
right.
a different developer.
I think you're
It's probably
right that
it's
it's
probably similar folks, right, that are
in the
making money off
smaller
of that.
towns.
Yeah, in the smaller towns like the one I'm referencing. Here, up there in Buffalo.
But
Um,
here's the difference, it's a different business model
it
because
is
these
100%.
storefronts when they
Yep.
build these storefronts now, each one of those storefronts theoretically owns that particular plot, right?
Yes,
So you've got
theoretically. I'd
so
be
the
curious if they do or not.
it's kind of the middleman, so you've always got the developer, the person who owns the land, but the malls had a middleman because the malls
Mhm,
had kinda like a almost like a landlord,
mhm. Right.
who was really making all the money.
Isn't
But
there landlords at these other places too?
yeah, but the storefronts, they're renting those stores directly. Like, those stores are theirs. So,
So
like,
there's
if
the mall owner, and then there's the person who, okay, I got what you're saying. So
yeah, so
what you're inferring is, like, there's like the landlord themselves, mall owner, and then the actual store themselves versus, like,
not the mall
you're
owner, the land so there's, like I think it's like the developer, the whoever owns the land either sells it or leases it or whatever,
mhm.
various forms, to whoever actually owns the mall, like the actual building. And then the tenants of the mall basically rent. They pay rent
Yep. Yep.
for that space.
Yeah.
Whereas the storefronts, I think, I could be completely wrong and be an idiot,
I'm
but
gonna go. I think you.
I think the
As long as you say
storefront,
something confidently, I think you're.
I th- I think the storefront models is they have more of a stake in that in their own. It's almost like they're going from renting it to mortgaging it, right? So when you
Mm,
have a storefront and
interesting.
there's like a T-Mobile and there's a Dunkin' Donuts and whatever, a dentist, right?
Mhm.
They have they have sole somewhat ownership of that until they went out, right?
That
So
specific location. I
right,
gotcha.
that four
Mm,
walls, okay?
right.
Whereas the mall, you're just renting that space.
Mhm.
It's more like a renter, like a renting agreement versus a mortgage agreement or like a house ownership is kind of what I see the difference as.
I'd be
But I
curious
but
if
I
that's
think
true.
I
Yeah.
think that's the new business model
Mhm.
is you're going straight for that spot, whereas in a mall, it's kinda just a free for all. You're going month to month or 6 months or 12 months or whatever
Yeah.
you sign for,
Yeah.
and then the landlord of that mall is just you're at their disposal. And as they make less profits, what do? They hike up all the fees, they hike up all the
Mhm.
rates, and then the stores like
Yeah.
FYE and
Yeah.
all of them are like, "Oop, we can't do it," and they're out. But I know like the mall, like the Hagerstown mall we were talking about, they a lot of their anchor stores are gone.
Mm.
They either significantly
Yeah.
downsized or they're completely out.
Huh.
Um,
'Cause that was
like
one
the
of the few left in the area, I think, right? There
Yeah,
was,
and
like,
it's
that
still
one
there,
or
but
right.
for instance, they had a Macy's there, which was like
Macy's gone?
they're like, "Oh, they have Macy's," like, that was the big deal.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
the Macy's is a big fitness center. It's
Right.
like a Planet
Yeah.
Fitness or whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
something similar to that. And then, of course, the Bonton's not there, Dick's Sporting Goods, um, the
Is
one
that
in
they just put that one in there though, didn't they?
So the one in Frederick, they actually have a Big Dick Sporting Goods, which they added onto the mall, and then the Sears went out of business, and
Mm.
they added the Sears they actually took over for like indoor bat. It's a Dick's property, but it's like an indoor batting cage,
Hmm.
like actual sports activity from
In
Dick's.
Frederick or Hagerstown?
That's in Frederick.
Oh, okay,
In
gotcha.
Hagerstown, they actually have Meredith Healthcare actually has like a big urgent care in there now,
What?
and like yeah,
Did
in
that
the
Dick's
actual
Sporting
mall.
Goods move out of there?
No, there's still a Dick's Sporting Goods,
Oh, okay, okay.
but they've added there's non-traditional stuff now,
Right,
which
right.
is, that's kinda like these big stores. You have Macy's that's gone, and you got
Mhm,
this giant
mhm.
part of the building. What are you gonna put there? Well,
Just empty? Is it
a f
empty?
no, the fitness center came in and took it over.
Oh, that's right.
So there are things there that are non-traditional for malls. I think it was right before COVID or right during COVID, the big thing for malls was an indoor,
Arcade thing.
arcade plus like mini golf and stuff. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
we went to a few that were, like they were dark and everything was going to dark neon stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that was right around COVID wiped all that out. I don't know if there's any of that left. I don't know, like,
At least up
laser.
there.
I know there's laser tag, indoor golf. Like, I think all that didn't quite make it in the malls.
Mhm,
Like, I think that was a phase. You had the axe throwing stuff like that.
mhm. Yep, yep.
I think that was a phase, but none of that I don't think is gonna last long term.
Is the other, like, you ever gone to one of those, like, um, I forget what they call it, but there's a bunch of glass and stuff in the room, and you can just
But yeah,
you
the
can
break
you could
stuff.
you
Yeah.
could pay $50 to go,
Yep.
like, destroy crap. I mean, you're
So
like,
there's one
"Well,
of those in
okay."
Frederick. I've never gone, but, I think it's called break stuff, like the Limp Bizkit song.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Um, so Fred Durst, I don't know if he gave
It's one
them
of those days.
his
Yep.
blessing or not, but I don't know what it's called, but, yeah, it's something like that, and,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'd
they're
be curious
around.
how long those last, yeah.
You
There's
would
the
think
other go ahead.
you would think the liability on those places is through the
Wild.
roof.
Some shard of glass. I mean, you
Yeah.
put helmets on and stuff, but,
Yeah,
like
but you're gonna get, like, some prima donna in there, and she's like, "Oh,
yes.
I broke a nail. I'm
Right.
gonna file a
100%.
claim."
100%.
Right? Like,
Yes,
I can't
yes.
imagine that
It's so
being
true.
anything but crazy to insure.
Just an absolute headache.
Yeah.
A headache. Um, the other model I think I kind of appreciate down here is we've got an outlet mall nearby.
Mhm.
In an outlet mall, like I think in the Tampa region slash any other sort of warmer climate is a pretty appealing spot because you can have
Yeah.
all the same stores you had in a mall, but there's an outdoor area where it's like beautiful uh, and
Yeah.
so it's kind of taken over. Like it's pretty nice. Like there's a nice, it's like a nice walk through area. I can't remember if we went when you were here, or if we drove by it or not, but it's super nice, super well done. Right across the street from like a lot of like storefront areas and um, yeah, I would be wicked curious to do some research on that. But yeah, I think
Hagerstown had one. I mean, they have a Prime Outlets
yeah,
still.
yeah.
Um,
It's is there any like the last time I was at that one, there's quite a few stores that were in the process of closing down, if not closing
yeah,
down.
it's still there. It's still I think it's still pretty close to what it was. It has
Hmm.
lost it had a giant furniture store there. I
Yeah,
think it was
yeah, yeah,
Woof. I think it was called Woof Furniture.
yeah. They got taken
Um,
out, right?
they went out of business, and there were like one or two that went in afterwards, and none of them lasted. So that giant store that's kind of like it's
Yeah,
separate from the outlets. It's like across the
yeah,
parking lot. That
yeah,
has been empty probably since COVID
right.
or
I think
shortly after.
they were doing vaccines there, I think. I think they were running.
Probably. Yep.
Yeah.
So there are a few stores like that that are struggling and, in and out or just haven't made it at all. But overall, I'd say the outlets, they still have the Nike and the Under Armour and all that stuff. Those things are going to keep going.
It's just the appeal to, like, an outlet in that area is a little tougher because I think, 6 months out of the year, you're like, I don't really know if I wanna go walk through this area as
Yeah.
opposed to, like, during, a more pleasant climate.
Well, they do. I will say this: they do certain like theme things. Like during
Mm.
Halloween, they have like Halloween themed stuff, and then during Christmas, they have all the lights up, so people want to go and they
In
want to look at
Hagerstown?
like, yeah, they have
Good
like
on 'em.
at the
Way to
outlets,
go.
they have they
Huh.
decorate it. They have like I don't know, like ice sculptures and crap out front.
Oh, that's
Um,
awesome.
they make it inviting
Yeah,
for people.
that's
Um,
awesome.
I don't know if it's worth, I'm sure their traffic isn't nearly like it is in the summertime.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think they do pretty well there. And they have a few restaurants right there that really help.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
100%.
so they're able, but again, you're looking at the traditional mall structure, right? Which is these big department stores that have a little bit of everything. And then you have the outlet structure that you can just go to a
Which,
Nike
by
store,
the
a
way
Columbia store.
can we really call it an outlet anymore? I mean, these are all just normal stores that they tag the word outlet on.
Yeah,
Like,
they
is
have.
that really an outlet? What is an outlet even?
That's a good question, man. I don't know.
It's not, there's not, outlet kind of goes, "Ooh, you're getting a special deal," when in actuality, uh, there's nothing special about an outlet, is there? Like, in the current structure of, like,
No,
an
I think
outlet,
they've.
like
I think the outlets have evolved as the malls have not evolved.
yeah,
I don't think the outlets were like it because they did start around the peak of the malls, right? So it was
yeah,
like you want the real good stuff, you're going to go
yeah,
to the
an outlet.
Bon J.C.
Yeah,
Penney,
yeah.
or stuff like that. If
Oh,
you
I know
want
what you're saying.
if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want discounted stuff cheaper,
Yeah.
right? You go
Go
to
to
the
the
outlets,
outlets.
right? Now you're right. It's the
That's
outlets
the
are,
normal.
yep, the state of the
That's
art stuff
peak.
is going straight to the outlets. They do have good sales every now and then, but otherwise you're pretty much paying the same.
So what is the implication behind the word outlet? Like, are they just, counting on the
Anymore?
fact that people are going to associate outlet with, like, "Ooh, this better pricing," when in actuality it's the same crap?
No, I don't. I think now you look at outlets as a
The place
place
to
to
go.
the place to go for specific, like if you want actual
Pacific stuff.
name brand Pacific
Yeah,
stuff. If
right.
you want North Face, you're going to go to North Face outlet. There aren't any other
Yeah,
options anymore. Or you're going to
yeah,
go online.
yeah.
That's it.
Just hop on the line, you're gonna go and
Yeah.
find the North Face. Yeah, yeah,
There's
yeah.
no more department stores that have a little bit of everything. It's all
Yeah,
specific.
all
Pacific.
Pacific. Yep,
Yeah.
get it right.
So, I don't think it's that much cheaper. I mean, I do think they have
No.
good sales, every now
At
and
the
then.
outlets? Yeah, every now and
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah,
have good
yeah, yeah.
sales. Like Under Armour gives Courtney 15% off for being a teacher all the time, no matter what,
Yep. I
which
get a
is
little bit
crazy.
from,
Yeah,
they
that's
give
crazy.
some to,
Like,
like, first responder,
shout out to Under
military.
Armour for
Yeah,
doing that.
yeah,
And usually they let you stack that on top of anything else. Because usually,
yeah,
a lot of
100%.
times you get there like, well, we'll give you a discount, but if anything else is discounted, you don't get it.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
exactly.
you know, shout out to Under Armour for being like, no,
Yep,
if we have something 20% off, you can use your 15% on top of that.
yep,
So,
100%.
but yeah, outlets, again, they have their own food court now.
Yeah, yep,
I don't know that anybody's going to them, I guess. I mean, they're still there. But but yeah, I think outlets are the way, and online. I don't see malls. It's funny. I've seen like some of the big malls, like King of Prussia Mall, still killing it by Philly.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, I don't know what they're doing or how they're doing it, but there are some exceptions out there, but overall,
Mhm,
it's just not feasible.
yeah. I think there's one down in Tampa. I don't recall. Um, I do think there's one down there that I think, But again, it has like this indoor outdoor flair from what I'm remembering.
Yes, the flare,
Yeah, the flair.
like on
Yeah.
Office Space.
Like yes.
How's that for flair?
How's that for flair? Oh man. Um yeah,
All
that
right,
was
well,
fun.
we were a little bit all over the place there.
That was fun. It was a good
Yeah.
time. So
Speaking
that
of
was
malls,
speaking of malls, what do you got?
we just went to my wife and I went on a hot date.
Oh,
Harr. Um,
tell me more.
to the mall only to see the movie theater. The only time I've been to the
Ah,
mall has been the movie theater.
you just went straight in the
Um,
theater entrance and that was
yep,
it, huh?
straight out, man.
Did you go Hagerstown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went to see The Housemaid.
The Housemaid. That's Amanda Seyfried and
Yes.
Sydney Sweeney, yeah?
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. How was that? Did you enjoy the
So
movie?
plug for The Housemaid. It was a great movie.
Plug. Is it
I've
kind of like a horror movie or what is
No,
it?
it's not a horror movie.
Okay.
It's based off a book. Um,
Oh, okay.
it was a very popular book, and this is one of those page turner books apparently.
Page turners.
But it's I would call it a thriller.
A thriller.
I don't really
Okay.
like horror movies.
You and me both.
I think generally they're just stupid. It's like there's no
It's not my
plot here.
scene. Like, don't go
Um,
there. There's a dude with a chainsaw. It's
yeah,
like, yeah,
those commercials are great though.
they're great.
Let's go
He
behind. Let's
probably
go to
just
the
wants
running.
to help.
Should we go to the running car and get away? No, let's hide
No.
behind all the running chainsaws.
Yes.
And the
Gosh.
chainsaws guy's like, "Is this really happening?"
Is this happening?
Um,
This is gold. But
but no, we
I don't think it's
yeah,
only isolated to horror movies either though, because I think movies in general, gosh,
yeah,
they have gotten lazy.
they have.
I
But
can't
this was
remember
a good
what I
one.
was
Yeah,
I'm glad.
I would say
I don't
generally
mean to
if
derail
no,
further.
it's
So
fine.
I'm gonna go
No,
back to
go
you.
ahead. Let's hear your laziness theory.
Okay. I was what was I just watching?
The
So
Hangover.
no, those were great.
Those were great movies.
Those were great movies. Those are not ones that I would, push back on. But like I I don't mean to necessarily, criticize one, movie in general because I think they're all kind of going this way to where there's so many insane plot holes in what you're in, these movies nowadays. Like what was it? There was like did you watch the new Superman movie?
No. Uh-uh.
So first off, if it's not Henry Cavill, who is my Superman, and so anybody you put in his place, like that is one of the
You've
dreamiest
always
mother.
said I was your Superman.
Yes, but come on, if you were to if you were to put Henry Cavill
It's the suit,
like
isn't it?
next to you, I think Courtney herself would probably say,
I don't
"Henry, how
know.
you doing?" Like
I've got him with my charming personality.
you did. No, but like if it's not Henry Cavill, I'm out. But anyway, it's just I don't
I know what
know.
you're saying.
It's just so it's so dumb. Like there's for this particular one in general, the particular scene that kind of got me is, towards the I don't want to give anything away, but there's, Superman's fighting with, Lex Luthor's, little bot things at the end. And there's these little drones that are flying all around him, and he like these little drones have been flying around him the whole entire movie, but all of a sudden towards the end, he's like, "Oh wait, are these how you're fighting me?" And he goes after them like at the end of the movie, and you're going, "Come on, dude!" And that's just one of like a thousand things in the
Yeah.
movie where you're going, and that's kind of like the nature of superhero movies in general today. I think I think they've gotten lazy. They're relying on, name brands to be honest, if it ain't broke, why are they trying to fix it? Because people are still, like, oh, there's a Superman movie, I'm gonna watch it or I'm gonna go see it. And they're not necessarily trying too hard from what I can gather. Um, I
No,
don't know. It's just small little nuisance
I
annoyance.
agree.
It yeah, they've gotten lazy,
Well, I think for the most part they've relied on special effects,
yeah,
which it has come a long way. I mean,
for sure.
the movies now, even like 10 years ago, especially 20 years ago, the special effects and what they can do with the whole CGI thing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
With AI involved now, people are going for the the bangs and the whistles and all that stuff.
I don't know about you though. I sit and
Not for
watch
the
these.
storyline.
No, I sit and watch these things now, and if I can, and if like if it's fake or if it doesn't have the appearance of being like somewhat real, and I could tell that it was written on it, and like the majority of the movie was written on a green screen, I'm kind of out personally. Like I, the
Yeah.
movies have kind of lost their soul a little bit.
Yeah, like I said, I think everybody now just wants they want a quick thrill. They don't wanna pay too much
Yeah,
attention.
yeah.
Um, they don't wanna actually think about the plots. I think if they get too deep, they lose people's interest.
Is that
Um,
kind of more indicative of our society in general? Is that
yes.
we're looking for like quick hits that we're not
Yes.
really like
Yes.
somebody who is looking for more in-depth things is kind of in the minority versus like people are just you're sitting there scrolling on your phone and your attention span
Mhm.
is like has gone to crap because you're so used to like these 15-second like videos and you just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and that sort of mentality has kind of made its way into movies, I
No,
think.
100%. Yep,
So, like,
100%.
gone are the days of the 3-hour-long Godfather plot. Gone are the days
Right.
that, like, you and this is not a rant. This is just like a observation. I'm not, like, complaining about this. This is kind of the nature of, our society as a whole, but, like, and this is not a complaint. Don't take this as a complaint, although I do think it can be bad, but, uh, yeah, you just, like, these, like, 3-hour-long epics that are, like, so in depth and, like, well written. They're just kind of they're not really made anymore, I don't think.
Right. It you're right. I mean, it's partly what our society is as far as what we want. We want quick thrills.
Mhm.
We don't have an attention span. We don't wanna sit there and watch. I mean, it's kinda weird because like, I think most people, if they see a movie that's like 2.5 hours, they're like, "Oh, that's a long time." Um, which is crazy to me because you
Yeah.
put forth so much effort to get there and you pay so much
Yep.
money, like,
Yep.
why would you care if it's over 2.5 hours or whatever? But yeah, it's I would say it's 2 things. Like you said, it's people's what we want quick thrills, and combined with the, increase in special effects, technology, all that
Mhm.
stuff, you don't have to put out a good movie, you don't have to necessarily to entertain people, you don't have to necessarily rely on the script or the dialogue or even the
Yeah.
character's performance really, because
Nope.
a lot
Nope.
of it's AI and doubles and
Yep.
stunts and all that stuff.
Yep.
You can have actors and actresses that aren't they're not very good
They're in,
at
like, a quarter of the movie.
right, yeah, and exactly, so, like, the big movie right now is Avatar, the new Avatar, which I haven't seen it. I don't think the storyline is that deep. I think it relies
Yeah.
more on special effects and,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
It
But
ends up
yeah, I
is
think
that like a
that's where we
cartoon
are.
at the end of the day? Is that a cartoon?
No, I don't think it's a
Are they painting
cartoon.
all those people blue?
I mean, they have like anything else, there's an actor behind each of those, but
But they're painting all those people blue or
yes,
putting,
yeah, I
like, some
mean,
sort of digital modification
yeah,
on their face.
we went to see the movie. I took the kids to see the movie David over break.
Oh,
You
I
know what I'm talking
heard
about?
actually pretty decent things from that. That's
Yeah,
a
and that's
cartoon though, right? Like, you
it
expect
is,
to watch a cartoon.
but there's still people behind. It's like any other cartoon. There's always what was the one we went to see?
It's like yeah, there's like a good voice actor, but,
There's a
like,
voice behind it, and
yeah,
there's
but the Avatar things are you're
right,
like, "Oh, this is, like, whatever," but in
yeah,
actuality, like, that's you're essentially
but yeah, I mean, if you go
that
back
entire
to,
movie is on a green screen.
do you remember the so like if you go back to the movies in the I don't know 60s, 70s, still black and white, right? That's
60s and
60,
70s were not black and white. I think color was
50. You
50 now.
anyways, you
Yes.
were
So
you were
going back to black and
relying
white. Got it.
yeah, you were relying on the dialogue, right?
Mhm.
The actual performances of the actors and
Yep.
actresses,
Yep.
and the storyline. That's all you had. And I remember, there was a Christmas Tale that was all black and white. It was redone. It was called It's a Wonderful Life. Remember that?
Love that movie. Incredible
Yeah.
movie.
Well, that was initially a black and white film. Um,
I've only seen that in black and white. They redid
yeah,
that in color?
they redid it. Yeah, they did
Cool. I don't
a
know if
new
I wanna
thing.
see that. I don't know
Yeah.
if I wanna see it.
But that and then the one with what's her name? It was called Who's Afraid of Virginia Big Bad Wolf? Virginia Wolf? Who's Afraid of Virginia Wolf? It was a it was about like a typical family. The one lady was an
Mm,
alcoholic, the guy, anyways, you're looking at these movies and it's all about dialogue and the actual script and how good the act. There's no special effects.
yeah, none.
And you'd watch those movies now. Most people would fall asleep within the first 10 minutes or turn it off or just play on their phone. So it's like you said, we're not here. I mean, we're really sounding like curmudgeons all of a sudden. Um,
I'm not trying to be a curmudgeon,
our
it's just,
malls are
"Oh,
gone.
moms are gone, our
They took
movies
away our
suck, took
bonton.
wait, took our jobs!"
They took our money.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not
this is an insightful episode.
I I'm not
We're being
complaining
no,
necessarily. I
we're
think
not.
unless I'm not sure what is too far. I don't know I don't know when we lose our soul entirely. I don't know when what that level is that is like, whew, timeout. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
but I do like. Do you ever see do you watch the Godfather movies in the 70s? I mean,
mhm,
you weren't alive in the 70s, but
mm,
from the 70s, did you watch the Godfather movies?
the original ones.
Except for the third one. You don't want the third one. Um,
I don't
but
remember
like,
what
do
was
you
what,
remember those
but yeah.
movies? Do you remember like
Dude, they were
um just absolute epics, right?
when they came out, they were
Just
like the
no
thing.
just minimal minimal special effects, minimal
Right.
stuff like that. There's this
Yeah.
other movie, Once Upon a Time in America. Do you ever see that one?
Uh-uh. I don't think.
Just an epic, story,
Doesn't
early
ring a bell.
1900s, New York City, like these kids, it shows these kids growing up in New York City, like absolute poverty and how they, kind of made their way into bootlegging and crime and all that sort of stuff. But, um, I kind of have a thread in the type of movies that I watch. My family makes fun of me a little bit. Mm.
In the
But
games
yeah,
you play.
games. I don't like games. I don't know what
No,
you're talking about.
on PlayStation, you were playing the Mafia one.
That was a little bit.
That was
Little bit. So I don't know when we lose our soul, but I hope that we don't get there, and I hope that there's still an appreciation um, for good plots, good acting, and
I
it's
don't
not
know,
just
man.
tossed behind a green screen. And I derailed your story because you were telling me about an enjoyable
No.
evening that you had
But no,
and
I
about a
I agree.
plug for a movie.
I
So tell
will
me more about the movie. Did you like it?
I will quickly piggyback what you were saying. Um, AI is only gonna increase. We're only
Mhm.
gonna go forward in AI,
Yep,
right?
yep,
And
yep, yep.
so I always say, like, we earlier in our
Always say.
episodes
Always say.
early in our episodes, we talked about Gladiator, which is the greatest movie ever,
Great movie.
which was in,
Love
like,
that movie.
99, 2000, something like that,
Yeah.
2001.
That like the
Um,
Bravehearts and the Gladiators,
right.
right?
So you look at the first Gladiator, which is an awesome story, awesome
Mhm.
the special effects were great. I mean, you thought everything was awesome. And then Gladiator 2 came out, like, 2 or 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Um, and, you look at the first one, and you look at the second one, they were, like, 25 years apart.
Mhm.
The storyline was not as good. It never
Nope.
is the second one.
No.
Um,
It's
but
tough.
but dude, the special effects made up for it. Like, you were looking at stuff that you were entertained, right? And that's the whole thing of
Yeah.
Gladiator, like,
I
are you
was
not
entertained.
entertained?
Yep.
So I think
Bread and
Hollywood knows.
circuses keep the
Right.
people entertained
Yeah,
and
and Hollywood
distracted from the
knows.
plight of their daily life. Whew,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I got dark. It's one of the commitments I wanted to make in this show,
100.
and I didn't
Yeah,
want it
you're
to be
right, though.
dark. I don't want to
Yeah.
rant.
But, I
Continue.
mean, you look at that and you think of, like, um, you can get away with a lot more now with AI and special effects than earlier when you had to rely on actual
Character development.
characters and acting and a storyline and how people portrayed that. And so, yeah, I think it's just the way it is, man. And I hope we don't end up with nothing but avatars in the
Right.
future.
I'm good on that. I don't need that.
But
What's
yes,
another the other I mean, the Bravehearts where, like, you were actually you could tell, like, they were actually taking video of like one of the most beautiful places in the world, right? You know,
Mhm.
Scotland or Ireland or wherever it was taken. I know it's supposed to be Scotland. I'm not sure where if that was actually where it was filmed, but it's just beautiful, right? You had like this cinematography. I said it right that time. I
You
didn't
did
say it
great.
right
Yep, you
last
nailed it.
time. Um,
Not
where
cinnamon,
not
not cinematography.
cinematography, as opposed to now where you're like, that's fake. Anyway, um,
No, I
I
remember,
didn't mean
like,
to rant.
the first time I really noticed, and I remember seeing CGI uh, really click in was during the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Hmm.
Remember that?
Interesting.
Like, to me, that was the
Which
first
parts?
time just overall, like, the whole
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Like, it was the first time I really saw, like, "Wow, look what they're doing with this." It was good. I
Mm,
mean, there are no complaints at all. But that was to me, that was the biggest eye opener.
mm.
Wow. Look what how far technology has advanced.
I
But,
am super curious because those movies are what, 20 years old at least?
yeah. That was the first I noticed it, though.
They're 20 something years old.
Yeah.
And even then, I think I'd be curious how much of that was actually fake and how much of that was like,
Makeup
hey,
and stuff.
we're gonna make up the heck out of these people to make
Mhm.
them look like, zombies or
Yeah.
orcs or whatever the heck,
No, it was the first
they're
time I
called.
really, like, really appreciated and noticed,
Yeah.
what they're doing. I mean, it was after Braveheart, and it was after Gladiator. Gladiator, I knew, like, obviously, the Colosseum,
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
digitalized and computerized,
Right.
but most of it was still just acting. Um,
Yeah.
but
I'd be
anyways,
curious to go back and watch Gladiator again. I'm sure it holds up, but I'd be
it does.
curious. Yeah.
But yeah, it's spotless. I mean, let's just put it this way. You know when it's CGI
Mhm.
and when it's not.
You like the bird's eye view of everything. You're like,
Right.
"Eh,
Now you
yeah,
don't. Now you don't know the difference.
yeah,
It's that advanced.
yeah,
You don't know
yeah,
what's okay, are they actually acting or is that computerized?
yeah, yeah."
With Gladiator, partly because of historical fact and partly because
Right.
it,
You're like, "That doesn't exist
the
anymore."
technology just wasn't there yet. Um, but anyways, yeah, so yeah, my wife and I went to the mall only to the movie theater,
Mhm.
and
It was
saw
a good movie? Did you
it
like
was a
it?
great movie. Yeah, it was great.
Awesome,
She loved
awesome.
it a lot.
It was a thriller? Was it like a murder mystery, or was it like
Um, it wasn't a murder
a
mystery.
whodunit?
No, it was, I would describe it this way. They did a really good job, getting you to believe what they wanted you to believe. And then basically they took you wherever they wanted you to go. And by the end, you're
Gotcha.
like, oh, holy cow.
Oh, wow. I didn't
Um,
see that coming.
yeah, it was a book, right? So
Mhm,
like a lot of that's what makes books good, right?
mhm.
When they have you guessing um but it was very well done. And
Awesome.
yeah, so but yeah, I took the kids to see David the day 23rd, so like Christmas Eve.
Mhm.
Um
That was good? You enjoyed
David
that?
was good, yeah. It was
Awesome.
so they stopped and everybody thinks there's going to be a second one because they stopped like right it was only his childhood.
Oh, so we
Um
didn't dome him yet?
Yeah, there was no he wasn't an adult yet. So,
Okay.
like,
Oh,
basically
didn't keep going.
like, when he was chosen by the prophet, and then when he went and
Mhm.
killed, Goliath, and then basically, like, when he was, like, a young adult is when it stopped, like, when
So he did take out Goliath, but he
he took
just
out
hadn't gone to
he took out Goliath, and then,
didn't get to adultery yet.
well, I guess he did, because
Okay.
everything was a lot faster back then. So, like, when Saul when he was given the kingdom and, like, Saul
Mhm,
was after him and all that stuff, he was only,
mhm.
like, what, 16, 17? He was pretty young, right? And that's basically when it ended. Like, all the stuff with Bathsheba and all that, none of that was in there.
Gotcha. That's probably for the better.
There's probably
Kids
gonna be a
asking questions
well,
when you're, get out to the car.
maybe,
Maybe.
but they kept it pretty, kid friendly.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
I should check that out.
anyways, what'd you
Sweet,
get
man.
into over break? Christmas
We
break,
as
because
I mentioned
you didn't have any New Year break.
as I mentioned, we traveled up north into the cold white tundra
Up north.
of Buffalo. So we actually there was two drivers. So my wife and I, we actually drove. As crazy as that sounds, we drove from Tampa, Florida, to Buffalo, New York, over break,
Straight.
and just straight shot.
Straight.
So we left at
In a minivan.
s- in a minivan. Um, so we a couple reasons why we chose to drive and in one shot and not stop. So we
How many
have
hours was that overall?
like 18. But here's kind of the thing. We take both of our dogs every Christmas, and so I don't know about you, but the idea of stopping halfway through and unloading everyone
But
from
yeah,
the van
there's a
is
lot of
like
logistics with that.
there's
Yeah.
that's just in and of itself. I'm like, nope. You know what? I'll sleep while you're driving.
We're
You
not
sleep
doing
while I'm
that.
driving. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
Let's just go. So, yeah, loaded everyone up and drove up, and I stayed up there for a good solid week.
You
So,
could definitely do that with like a 2-year-old and an 8-year-old, right?
are you saying you could? No, I think so. I think Eric is going off the cliff if that
I'm thinking of
happens.
that like, nope, never gonna happen.
Never gonna happen. No. 17 my kids are 17 and 15, and I have a geriatric dog and a 4-year-old dog that were yeah, they were all fine.
And you had a minivan you got to take
Yeah, yeah.
everybody in.
So yeah, we were up there for a week, saw a bunch of family, and then I flew back myself. Um, so like taking the kids my wife and kids like staying up there another week. To see more family and more friends. Take a little bit extra time. But myself, I had to get back here and get back to work because
You
there's so
just
much going on.
serve the country.
Yeah, the nation needed me. The nation did not need me.
So the
Honestly,
moral of the
but
story is you didn't stop to see any friends along the way. There was no
very out of the way is not on the way, Eric.
I said
Um,
along the way.
along the way, very much out of the way. So the same thought process that I would attribute to stopping at some random Airbnb along the way could also be attributed to stopping and seeing a friend
I
part of the way through and unloading said car and said dogs. I have Bonnie would I don't know if you would be ready for Bonnie and Roxy. I'm not sure if that would be.
Ooh, I'd love
Could
to
you?
see it.
I would love to see it as well. For those of you who don't know,
I think they do great.
my youngest dog's name is Bonnie, and Eric's youngest dog's name is Roxy, and so it's a border collie mix. And what do you have?
She's a miniature golden doodle.
A miniature golden doodle.
She weighs 8 pounds. She's
She weighs
like a toy, a toy golden
so.
doodle,
My
technically.
other dog is a yellow lab, so I think his head weighs probably about 15 pounds. I as much as I think that would be hilarious,
Yeah,
I
you're
don't know
right.
if anybody was ready for
Yeah.
that, but yeah,
No, it's good. All
yeah,
right.
man.
Cool.
Do you have any you got any
Um,
news? We're right about an hour, so we could
we got to
punch
get
out
to
here
the
if you
news.
want.
People watch and listen to us just
They
for the
listen
news.
for the news.
So
False.
we made you guys
All
wait.
right, so
Next,
that's a whole
we
lot of
talked about
nonsense.
malls and
Let's
crap.
yeah,
Next time we should open with the news to
open
make
with the
up for it.
news. We can
All
open
right.
with the news. A little bit of news. You first. You want to go first,
Yeah, I'll go
or you
first.
want me to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, you go first. It's a segment we like to call a little bit of news and a whole lot of nonsense, where we give you a little bit of news. I mean, there's plenty of news right now that we could point to, but our goal is to not be just pushing negative news to you. But oh my gosh,
Versus.
I'm so excited to see this one.
So
What is
this
this?
is from December. This is from last week. So this is the news that I have to share today is um, meet
Hmm,
Super Mario, the man
Super Mario.
who has lived on a cruise ship for 25 years with no other home.
How?
So I've actually seen a few of these stories of like
Right. I've
um
seen a couple do this
yeah
where
of
they've
like of
spent
like
like
living year round. This
yeah,
when googling it and stuff, this guy seems to have the longest record.
25
20
years.
He's been on Royal Caribbean for 25 years.
Same ship?
Not necessarily the same ship.
Okay.
Um, he has spent his entire adult life moving from one ship to another, being a fixed address for an endless horizon of ocean views.
There's worse places to live, I could
Since
I
gradually
I bet.
shifting to full-time cruising right around the turn of the millennium, he has abandoned life on land almost entirely. He owns no house, no pays no rent, has no taxes, no bills. His days unfold across the decks, lounges in cabins of Royal Caribbean ships, where his floating routine has become as familiar to staff as unconventional to all outsiders. So, just a quick recap here. He doesn't have, it's not mentioned that he has a family or anything else living with him.
Mhm.
He has he has racked up so many Royal Caribbean like frequent flyer points or whatever they're called.
When's the last time you paid for a cruise?
So it's still expensive
Yeah,
to live on a cruise full time,
I'm sure.
and depending on the time and the ship and whatever, he switches um accommodations, right? So sometimes he has better accommodations than others.
Mhm.
So they said on average, his yearly cost of living on a ship is $70,000,
70K?
which sounds like a lot of money. Okay,
Mhm.
70K sounds a lot, but he has no bills or expenses. So so basically, he only needs a $70,000 income to pay for
Right,
this.
right.
So it doesn't mention his income. He's from India, by the way. Um, so it doesn't mention his income or anything else, but he works from home and he is a Florida-based financial advisor. So
Interesting.
he works. All he needs is the internet, um,
Mhm.
and he works full
He's got his
time.
little laptop
He
there.
has a job. He's a financial advisor. Um, but yeah, just does back-to-back sailings and returning to land only as port calls and between voyages.
Goodness.
So yeah, but this is he's not the only one that's done that. Obviously, there are other people who do it. Uh, but like I said, he was the one that seemed to do it the longest. But yeah, so what a crazy concept. I've been on two two cruises,
Mhm,
both with just Courtney.
mhm.
And yeah, they're fun, but, with a family and a job and stuff, I couldn't
Yeah.
spend more than 2 weeks on one.
Could you imagine like the typical general cruise goer on some of those ships are like the collection of humanity that you will find on some of those
Oh,
ships
yeah.
are just
Yep,
wild. Like, could you imagine
100%.
just like seeing that that much nonsense come
No,
into the ship?
not
My
I
gosh.
mean, I guess 25 years, I guess you get used to it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
But
There's
that yeah,
probably there's worse
that's
places
crazy.
to be for
Oh,
sure than a cruise
100%.
ship. Um, cool.
I mean, to me, it all comes down to family. Like,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
if you don't have a family,
Yep.
then yeah, you can do that kind of stuff.
100%.
Um,
More
but
mobile and stuff.
it's
Yeah.
it's not super uncommon for people to live on a cruise for a long period of
Yep.
time. We're looking at
100%.
a year,
Mhm.
with a lot of the jobs that are remote now. All you need is an internet connection. You got all your meals and
Yeah.
everything included.
Yep.
Um, $1,000 sounds like a whole lot of money, but you
I
don't
mean, you
have
factor in
you don't have
groceries, you
you don't have a
factor
cent of expenses. Nothing.
yeah.
Think
I mean, you
about it.
pay for internet and the ship, that's about it. That's the only expense that might be,
Well, I
a
don't know.
little
I mean, if that costs him 70,000
extra.
a year, that's probably included in that 70,000.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
Yep,
it,
that's a
it
good point.
said that's how much it costs him to stay on the boat, the
Point
ship.
counterpoint. Yeah, you're
Point
right.
counterpoint. So yeah, I mean, you're basically looking at that's not a crazy salary if he's based out of
No.
Florida. I mean, those
No, no, no.
Floridians, they make a lot of money.
Some of them
Um,
do.
but we're not talking like 200,000. I know that's a but I mean,
That's wild, man.
I would think that I mean, I guess he goes to all the destinations and stuff. I mean, he could probably see the
Is he just
world.
going to the same yeah, I'd be curious, like,
Well, it says he
does
yeah,
he
he
roll it back to, like,
yeah.
same cruisings, or is he going to different places, or, like
It what it said was, and I didn't really look into it a whole lot, but
sailings? Sorry, not
it
cruisings. I'm gonna get yelled at for that one.
sailings. It said that it's strictly Royal Caribbean, but that he goes through all the boats, the ships. So,
Hmm, alright.
he probably sees pretty much everything. I mean,
Yeah.
he's not getting, like, Alaska and stuff, but,
Yeah, yeah.
he's probably getting all the, hot destinations and whew, my biggest problem would be, like, not weighing 400 pounds.
Yes, yes.
Because if you don't have to
Those
worry about getting
cruises
groceries or cooking or anything like that, everything's
yeah.
it's like living in college and eating at the cafeteria, like, but really good
There
food.
are so many different options on cruise ships,
I
though,
know.
like, if I truly wanted to I've gone on, a couple cruises with the family, and if I wanted to, I could 100% eat healthy on the cruise, right?
You could, which
But
you never want to.
no, you never want to because 'cause you're on a cruise, but he doesn't identify cruises as, like, a vacation, he identifies cruises as, like, that's, like, his home, right? And
Right.
so if you're like, "Hey, this is my home,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have, the baked chicken and broccoli, and I'm not gonna have,
Yeah.
whatever the heck I eat." Um
I could see that.
Additionally a lot of the, at least the ones that I went on, like, there's like a gym on there, so if you wanna
Yeah.
stay in shape, there's a
Yep.
track often on a lot of those cruise ships where you can take a walk around, in the morning
Yeah.
I would, spend a decent chunk of my, days in the morning, running around the tracks. I mean, there's plenty of ways to, stay in shape.
Yeah. They actually have really good facilities for that.
100%. There's like a spa if you're wanting to, kind of, take care of
Yeah.
yourself as well. So
Yeah, I mean, like we said, I mean, we're going there for a 9-day vacation. We're not gonna
yep.
be hitting up the salad bar.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
if you're living there for a whole year, you could certainly do that
Yeah. I mean, he
for
didn't look like
25
he was
years.
800 pounds. He looked like a normal dude.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Sweet man. I'll keep it brief. My little bit of news isn't really news. I enjoyed a hockey game the other day. I watched a hockey game on TV. Only there's something different about this hockey game. The New York Rangers and the Florida Panthers played a hockey game down here in Florida, in Miami,
uh-huh, uh-huh,
outside
uh-huh.
as a part of the Winter Classic
How did that happen?
game series. So I'm glad you asked, Eric. So the Winter Classic down here is the furthest south that they have played a hockey game. So there's an indoor stadium. What is this place called? Uh, it's where the Miami Marlins play, I think. There's a retractable roof
Mhm.
on the Lone
I know
Depot
what you're
Park.
saying.
Stayed closed for a majority of the buildup, right? So it created they created a cool environment before it opened for the game itself. So there's a couple different ways. Is this the first thing that I asked? Like, are they just gonna be sloshing around the whole game? But
It's like roller
they
skating.
there's a few key techniques. The standard ice thickness is 1.25 inches, but for Miami they built 2.5 inches thick for better stability. They had refrigeration trucks. They had this other glycol system. I don't know what that is. It's a non-freezing fluid circulated under the ice, constantly removing heat from the surface, the roof, as I mentioned, and then air conditioning units to keep the stadium at the temperature, because it was, I think at the time of the game, it was like 60 something degrees.
Whew.
I think it's wild
Can't imagine how much that costs.
what the technology is.
This is where the Miami Marlins play?
Correct. Yep. Yeah.
Huh.
It's the furthest south that they've ever played an outdoor game in the NHL. So it was
It
an
wasn't really
enjoyable game to
outdoor, though,
watch.
if it was all closed.
They didn't keep they opened
The
the
dome, the
the
roof.
dome, as the game started, they opened it up and, let it, um, to be played outside, so it was enjoyable. It's kind of a novel way to watch a hockey game. You're like, "Oh, they're playing outside." It looked like it was a fun environment to be in, so, yeah, my little bit of news is
Yeah, I
not
mean,
really news.
they play outside a lot, but not in Florida.
Right, right, right. Yeah, the Winter Classic games, like, they're typically in New York,
Yeah.
Boston,
Fenway Park has a
Yeah,
lot of
there's
hockey games.
yeah. Yeah, there's,
Huh,
I think they had a couple games up there. Boston, Philly. I
interesting.
think Philly? I don't know. Anyway, all
Cool.
right, man. I think that's all the brain cells I got. I don't know about you.
I'm all out of brain cells, man.
That's enough crisis for the day. All right, y'all. It's been fun.
Peace out, everyone.
Love
Happy
you, buddy.
2026. Love you too, Chris.
I got one.
Much love.
See you,
Love
bud.
and peace and love and pancakes.
Have a great week, y'all. We'll see you
All right.
next week.
Bye bye.
Later.